The Somalian community in Minnesota is so cooked. This like the worst PR any group of people can ever get. This YouTuber called Nick Shirley linked up with another dude who's already been investigating fraud in the Somalian community in Minnesota. And they exposed $100 million in fraud from the Somalian community. They so cooked, this video here went so viral that the President of the United States reacted to this.
There's one building that has 14 Somali healthcare companies at the same address.
And the government knows about this?
The government knows, they're writing the checks. Yeah, the Democrats over there just writing the checks.
I don't think this is a political issue. I think this is an issue of some really bad actors ruining for everybody.
Indeed, no windows. All the windows are blacked out right here. All right, let's go in.
No.
And the child care center is locked. Should we ring the doorbell? Yeah. Try to get in, ring the doorbell. Nobody showed up. They're open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. it says here on their sign, yet there's absolutely nobody here. Hello, can we speak? Yeah. I would like to check a child in the daycare.
Why?
Can I speak to a manager?
Like, if you're running a legitimate business and you have nothing to hide, if somebody comes and wants to register their kids to come to the daycare, I think the least you would have is an application, right? Like, you would have an application, okay, here, fill this out and bring it back. The fact that there's no application, they're acting...
Are you a news reporter?
My name's Nick. We're doing a little documentary trying to find little Joey a spot to put himself in one of these centers here, because there's...
So why are you asking us about, like,
the fraud?
And stuff like that?
Yeah, because we want to make sure we're going to legit business if we're going to bring our little boy Joey here.
This is not a Joey spot.
And it's not fair, it's not okay to categorize all Somalians as scammers and fraudsters due to the actions of a few. It's not okay to treat all Somalians poorly due to the actions of a few. But when you have the President of the United States responding back and sensationalizing it and vilifying all Somalians, that's going to trickle down, right? That's going to have other people now treat Somalians poorly. That's going to have other people now think it's okay
is being tracked by Somali vehicles. Shirley is likely to face retaliation. In a recent video, Shirley stated that after repeatedly exposing multiple daycare centers suspected of serious irregularities, he began noticing vehicles tailing him on multiple occasions. While these incidents have not been confirmed by law enforcement, the repeated nature of the following has made the investigation increasingly tense and potentially dangerous. This kind of tailing appears more like pressure or intimidation, seemingly intended to force him to stop asking questions such as, where are the children? And where did the funding go? Shirley emphasized that any form of retaliation or threat should not be tolerated. He stated that if any safety issues arise, he will immediately contact the police and preserve all evidence. At the same time, the FBI has officially conducted raids on multiple daycare facilities in Minnesota. FBI Director Kash Patel released a statement confirming that all of these facilities are on the FBI's investigation list. The matter has now escalated from online questioning to a federal-level criminal investigation.
Probably seen the video of far-right journalist Nick Shirley claiming that he uncovered billions of dollars in Somalian fraud in Minnesota. I'm going to show you why it's a bunch of BS.
This is the strangest place I've ever been to get healthcare. Healthcare here, healthcare right here, another healthcare company right here. There are 3 healthcare companies inside of this building right here in this room of 7.
Let's just pause here as he points to some of the healthcare companies. He's right, the building that he's in is filled with a bunch of healthcare companies, mostly run by Somalians. But what he doesn't tell you is these are home healthcare companies. Therefore, you wouldn't actually get healthcare at any of these because these are just office buildings where they can set up and manage the funding of healthcare to somebody's home. You can Google all these companies yourself. But patients are never actually expected to show up there. Therefore, when Shirley walks in and asks for healthcare, they look at him like he's a nutcase because he really is.
We're looking for the best rates of healthcare here inside this building because we have so many options. Who can we talk about getting the best healthcare?
I don't know.
No?
Sorry.
Let's take a look at the daycare facilities he showed up at.
I'd like to check a child in the daycare.
Why?
Can I speak to a manager? Where can I get paperwork to file for my son? I want to put my son Joey in daycare.
Once again, the daycares are almost certainly at-home daycare services. These are like management companies. They send people out to someone's home and provide education for families. So one company could be tied to literally dozens of homes or dozens of children, and there won't be a single kid that walks through that door.
Hello, what's good my people? Welcome once again to our YouTube channel. My name is Mr. J and this is Mr. J Diaspora. If you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing and liking our video. Now guys, the Somalians are cooked. The Somalian situation is getting worse each and every day. And at this particular time, their situation is even worse. Now, I am not going to sit here and say that it's all Somalians that are fraud, as people are saying in the internet, because they are trending everywhere. The situation is getting worse. What actually, some of them have just been exposed that they get their money from frauding the United States government, then come and invest in African countries. Like for example, there's a case that they're investing in Kenya and in other countries. The situation is getting worse, and you see, this particular time, it's even hard to be on their side at this particular time. Let us hear to some of people talking about the story, and then we'll come back to talk about it later.
Americans who's concerned with the Somali business is the ones who have no life.
Yeah, people who are concerned with living in a civilized, moral society and don't want to see people defrauded of their tax dollars just have no life.
Broke, they don't have no money, no ambition, nothing.
Yeah, the hardworking taxpayer who is defrauded of their tax dollars, those are the ones who lack ambition, not the people who are stealing government handouts through fraud.
They don't have hobbies. They depressed, they lonely.
I am depressed and lonely. You got me there.
Only people you will see who's worrying about this is not even racist. They just broke. They just don't have anything going on. They're broken spiritually, physically, and financially.
Look, I don't think that we should treat all Somalians poorly because a few of them were involved in some type of fraud scheme. However, the fraud that we have caught alone is at $250 million, and the people involved in this scandal that have been actually prosecuted, 79 of them were Somalis. That's $250 million at least that should have gone to hungry kids. Specifically, hungry Somalian kids, considering that 81% of Somalian households in Minnesota are on welfare. So if your first reaction to that news is anything but holding your community accountable and saying, damn, my community is in some deep shit, we need to fix this, we need to do better. If that's not your reaction, then you're the broken one, not us. You don't get to claim group identity only when it's positive. You clean your house before you tell somebody else to clean theirs. I do it all the time with the gay community. That's the American way. Also, did you call us broke? The taxpayers who were stolen from?
Strip mall here inside of this neighborhood.
In fiscal year 2025, this facility, which has its license for 74 kids, was paid $1.26 million in tax money. And there are no kids, and all the facilities are the same way, all of them.
Let's see if anyone opens.
We about to fact check this. First, if you mess with me, make sure hit that follow button. Let's get it. What the hell is he talking about? First, that daycare that you're going to is not receiving the government funding that you claim they're receiving. In fact, out of the 9 daycares you went to, 3 of them does not receive the government fundings that you claim. For those of you who don't know, he's claiming that these daycares are getting funding from the Child Care Assistance Program. But if we actually go to parentsaware.org, which is a website to help parents find child care services, this website also helps us see if these daycares accept CCAP. And when we use this tool to look into the county he was investigating in, we see that there's over 500 daycares in that county. And when we filter which daycare accepts CCAP, there's over 280 daycares. In that video, he went to less than 1% of daycares and went to less than 1% of daycares that accept CCAP. And when you try to filter the ones that are Somali, there's only less than 10, meaning majority of daycares that accept CCAP payments are not going to be Somali. And if you want to see a full-length version,
apparently the Somali crew called Feeding Our Future was able to steal $250 million just by threatening Minnesota officials that they were going to call them racist if they didn't keep the cash flowing. And it worked?
You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what it is. America has turned into a bunch of PUSSYs. You mean to tell me you let these people extort you for $250 million in 1 year because they threatened to call you a bunch of names? Are you for real? Whatever happened to sticks and stones? May break my bones, but names, whatever. Listen, let me tell you something. You so busy trying not to be the bad guy. You don't want to be the villain so bad that the pendulum has stretched and swung too far to the other side. And that is the problem. That's the problem. You don't went from, well, you know, this is the land of the free, and then people can come and get the American dream, to the American people are paying taxes, so we have to pay for everything, including our own thoughts. And you let these people come in here and tell you what you gonna do, or they're gonna tattletale on you. Man, y'all tripping. You better get your head out your ass, America. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Listen, this is what it is. If you don't like it here, if America is racist, if America is all these different things, you are more than welcome to go back to either where you came from, or you can go back, or you can go to another country that you think is going to treat you better. It's not a big deal. Get the fuck out. You don't have to stay here, whore. What the hell is we doing over here? So you mean to tell me we got veterans on the street living homeless? What is beeping on this thing here? We got veterans on the street living homeless, but you're going to give $250 million to a bunch of people that's not supposed to be here? Man, we got to get this shit straightened out, and we got to do it right away. I'm sick of this shit.
Right, and as I said earlier, it is not like that all Somalians are criminals or all Somalians are fraud. No. Actually, it's just a small number of the Somalians. They are good Somalians that respect and follow the rules and obey the laws and are not frauds. They do businesses all over the world. Somalians are known for that. So it doesn't mean that all Somalians are criminals and are frauding the government. No. Don't take it that way. But now these ones, they have made Somalians look bad. And it's not a good thing. And someone might say that that person that was trying to expose them, that didn't get enough evidence. But let me just say this. If you are doing a clean business, then you don't have a reason to deny people access, especially if you're doing a daycare, a thing for the kids. You don't. If you're doing a clean business, then you don't have a particular reason to close, or if someone wants to come and investigate, you don't need to close on them. You need to open for them so that they can see that you're doing a clean business. But closing for them, that means that there's something going on there that is not clean. And that is the situation of the Somalians right now. Now, I'm very sure right now Trump is just jumping all over, because he's happy now. The people are seeing the evidence that these people are not needed. And I'm not saying, as I said in my other previous video, that it doesn't mean that all Somalians should be removed from the American. No, there are Somalians that are Americans. There are Somalians that have proper documentations. So those ones should, and they're doing their business, they're doing their work, they're clean. There's no reason for them to be removed or to be denied access to the United States of America. And that doesn't mean that Americans should deny the Somalians access to their country. No. It's a free world. But now those ones that are... No. Tell me what you think about this story down there in the comment section. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to share. I love you so much. See you in the next video.